Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
916, getting down with another fresh out Prison Talk. Yeah, man, this lick right here, when I seen this, I was like, man, these dudes weren't playing. They were going in there to get it. I mean, to think that you cut a hole in the wall and went through a side building to get to the building and then spent hours trying to break into the safe and cracked it. No alarms, no nothing. These were some professionals right here. These weren't no random Rolex grabbers, watch snatchers. These guys were about their business. They had the intel and they knew exactly what they had to do to pull this lick off. Check this out.
Jewelry thieves pulled off a $20 million heist, and they're still at large.
So it really is something like out of a movie. Check out this video. It happened in a local jewelry store in downtown LA Sunday night. The thieves broke into a vacant property next door, drilled through a wall to reach the jewelry store. No alarms went off. That gave them hours to empty the display cases and crack the safe.
We're in the gold business, and over the years, my father's been here 20 years, and since he started, the gold has gone up 10x. And then also in the past few months, we've been doing social media, so our business has grown a lot in the past few months, and then they took it all right at our peak.
Now, the owner says thieves used the same method in a previous robbery. The family that owns the store does not have insurance for the stolen jewelry, but they are offering $100,000 for any information.
So this incident happened overnight at the store located in the 500 block of South Broadway. And police say they stole an estimated, right here it says 10 million worth of merchandise from the family-owned jewelry store, but in another report it was saying it's upwards of 20 million. Shop owners, Kevin told Eyewitness News that the suspects cut through the wall from a vacant store next door and then disabled the security cameras and the alarm. The owners claimed that 20 million worth of cash, gold bars, and jewelry were stolen in the heist, but police later issued an update saying the estimate loss was 10 million. So who knows if this was even tied into an insurance job, because they say 10 million, the owners say 20 million, and if they have insurance, people do stuff, man. And how would you know to go through the side building and have the details on how much was in there, and then know you had the time and how to disable all this stuff? You had to case that place multiple times, or have been like the guy in Heat, where he said he just pulled information out of the air and he had knowledge of how these people's alarm systems work, how the security systems work, what the response time was. Because there was no need for guns. All they had was a bunch of high-powered tools. And to think that you would risk climbing through a wall to get to another spot and know that whatever was there, and to take those type of risk versus the reward, this is a major reward, man. And unless somebody gets caught slipping, like moving something that's a unique piece of art, a unique piece of jewelry, or some type of gold bar that has maybe a stamp on it that's somehow traceable, then there's no way of even tracking these guys, man. You could take that shit, melt the gold down, The jewelry, you got a fencer, they'll break the jewelry down, take it somewhere else. I mean, you can move this out of the country. The thing about jewelry at that level in gold, it's, you know, the jewelry most likely melted. If it's, you know, any type of diamonds, they could, you know, remove the stones, resell them, repurpose them. Um, you know, these are some guys who know the game, know exactly what they were getting themselves into, and have some major experience in heavy equipment and you know, safe cracking, the whole nine. These aren't no amateurs, man. They said the store is wiped clean and no insurance. Their future is uncertain. So they say that they didn't have insurance, and they say the store is wiped clean. The owners are offering $100,000 cash reward for tips and information as police investigate. They're also launching a GoFundMe. So check that out. They said they had no insurance. Said they lost $20 million. The police said it was $10 million. All the jewelry, they're basically everything they had stored in the facility is gone, and is basically untraceable unless somebody does something local. And I can bet if they went through all this, they're not going to move any of this stuff within the same state. They'll take it out of California. And before they do something like that, usually they have somebody who's going to fence everything they have anyway. There's somebody who's going to buy it before they even do it. Like, hey, you know, I got a guy. As soon as you get it, it's gone. This is some shit for a movie. This is some movie shit. This is like, you know, either what's the movie with you got Heat and you got Italian Job. This is some type of shit like that, man. This is some real high power shit, and no shots were fired. Imagine that, man. Hours, man, hours. They cracked. They said they was up in there for a minute. Wild, wild, wild case, man. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, share the channel, and hit that like button. Big Herk 916, fresh out prison talk. What's up? Big Herk 916, and I would like to introduce you to Little Herk's Big Lessons. My wife and I decided to come out with a children's book series that encourages young children to be strong, to make good choices, and also teach valuable lessons. Lesson 2, Speak with Strength. At school, Little Herk's classmate Maria looked upset. The bigger kids were teasing her about her artwork. Hey, Little Herk said, stepping forward, Maria's art is awesome. Let's show some respect. The bigger kids shuffled their feet and walked away. Maria smiled at Little Herk. Thanks, Herk. You're always brave enough to stand up for what's right. Little Herk felt proud. Speaking up is what strong people do. You can pick up the book, link in the description, share it with your kids, and teach them valuable lessons.